Hey folks, it's Pat Deegan, and today I want to talk to you a little bit about personal medicine in action. This is Pamina, and Pamina was making great strides in her recovery from anorexia. However, as she was moving forward in her recovery from anorexia, what she found was she began to self-harm as a way of managing stress, anxiety, and just internal pain. And so she decided to incorporate personal medicine into her recovery. Here's a personal medicine card that she got started with. On the front of the card, it says, "I will get rid of the tools I use to harm myself." And then on the back of the card, it said, "When the tools we use to self-harm are within reach, it's easier to follow through with impulses. Putting these tools out of reach can help us stop harming ourselves." And so Pamina's plan was to get rid of all sharp objects, and she wrote down that she would put all of her razors in a Ziploc bag and bury them in the backyard. And Pamina said that that strategy worked pretty well for a while, but eventually she found herself thinking of more and more ways to hurt herself that didn't involve razors. And so that was a signal for Pamina that maybe it would be a good idea to add a second personal medicine card to her recovery toolkit. And so the second card that Pamina chose says on the front of the card, "I will name the oppression that is contributing to my self-harm." And then on the back of the card it says, "Racism, homophobia, poverty, sexism, and other forms of oppression can lead to deep feelings of shame and self-loathing. Harming ourselves is not the answer. Naming the oppression we experience, how it affects us, and joining with others to fight it can help." And then Pamina personalized the back of the card. The question is, the oppression I experience and how it affects me. And Pamina said, "I have been culture bombed with the message, I am never thin enough. I'm done believing that. I'm going to fight to end the shaming of women's bodies." And then the card asks her to consider a couple of organizations or groups that she could join. So she said that she was going to try out Body Positive Activism Group at the Women's Center in her town that meets Thursdays at 7 p.m. Pamina went on and followed through with this card, and it was only through the combination of these two personal medicine cards that she was really be able to make progress and honor her own body and begin to really stop that self-harm behaviors. So Pamina's doing well, and I just think it's a really inspiring story. Thanks for listening.